Hey, Bean here. Welcome back to Let's Play EarthBound Beginnings. Picking up right where we left off, we run into two Mr. Bats. Mr. Bats are not too harmful. 2 damage, yeah, that's not worth worrying about. Their main threat is that they attack in packs. Packs of 2, pretty easy to deal with. But we're going to run into some packs of 4 later. They're nasty. So they're also capable of thinking about the circumstances, which causes them to lose all senses, and that makes them confused. You understood that correctly. They are capable of just confusing themselves. Confusion works as it does in like Pokemon, which is to say that if you're confused, there's a chance that you'll spend your turn attacking yourself or a partner instead of an enemy. It's one of those weird little quirks that I've never really seen in any other sort of RPGs. Enemies that will spend a turn confusing themselves. It's also really funny to picture a bat just getting overwhelmed and confused on their own terms. Just choosing to do that to themselves. Anyways, the bats are done and we've leveled up. I love leveling up, and so should you. Means we're one step closer to victory. 2 more bats? Don't worry about them. Get some of that sweet life up. Life up is going to be used a lot because it's very helpful. It's a pseudo zombie, but we know how these fights go. My approach to fights is, oh, by the way, we learned a new psi power. Healing Alpha. Healing Alpha cures any status ailments. My approach to fights is leave in the first time we encounter an enemy, such as this ghost here, this charming little bootleg Patman ghost. And every subsequent encounter is pretty much going to get edited out, because they all kind of go the same, especially this early in the game. Ghosts are not much. Ghosts are not really worth worrying about. They're another enemy that's kind of silly. Pseudo-zombies, kind of tough. Other enemies we're going to run into, kind of tough. Bats and ghosts, not so much. The trees become more barren as we get closer to the dreaded cemetery. We have arrived. As you can tell by the change in music, let's check out this church. It's tough to tell that it's a church. Ah, this poor guy. He's stuck in here. Man, we really got our work cut out for us in this non-denominational church. What are we running into here? Another ghost. Don't worry about him, he's vanished. But now we've got a new enemy. The dreaded gang zombie. Kinda like the pseudo zombie, but a little tougher. You can tell he's tougher because he's been in a gang, so he's seen some things. He knows a couple of tricks of the trade, so to speak. Not really. He pretty much just attacks you and has a stronger attack power than the pseudo zombie. Nothing too fancy. His sprite actually originally had quite a bit of blood on his shirt in the Japanese version, but it was censored for the English release, I believe. Unfortunately, I don't make it out of this one alive, gang. I super beef it. But you know what? You can't keep a good man down. So I pick up my boots, chomp on that roast beef, and get right back to it. Not only that, all that zombie fighting and bat fighting gave me some sweet, sweet money. So I'm going to spend that money the only place I can spend it. The department store, of course. Let's take out those bucks. Ooh, that's a good number of money. I would like that much money in real life, please. Anyways, first thing we're gonna buy is not drugs. It's a sports good. A slingshot, to be exact. You can sell me a slingshot. I can't afford the bat just yet. The wooden bat. Just yet. And then we're gonna go into our menu, see that we have a plastic bat equipped, We're gonna go to the goods, take that slingshot, use it, and then now it's equipped. And then there it is. You can see it right there. Then we're gonna go buy a drug. My favorite drug is Life Up Cream, of course. Life Up Cream, as you can imagine, heals you a bunch. It's worth stocking up on those. For now I can only afford one, unfortunately. But I'll only need one, I think. I'm going to sell my plastic bat too for a reduced price. I didn't get this bat here, but they're still going to take it because they're good at customer service, I guess. Anyways, Cemetery Take 2. I leave this upcoming stray dog battle in to show you how good a call that slingshot was. The stray dog goes down in just one hit. So I think that slingshot is going to be pretty helpful. And I use this battle transition to kind of sneak and edit forward so that we're a little closer to the cemetery. We don't have to make that full trek again. We're back with a vengeance and a slingshot. Oh, the gang zombie wants to see what we've got to offer him. Well, we're gonna show him what we've got to offer him. It's a smash attack that does 21 damage, and I'm pretty proud of that. That's a nice thing in these sorts of games, and I think this game generally does an okay job of it. That sense of progression, that sense of, oh, I did this thing and now I can tell that I'm stronger. My numbers are going up and their numbers are going down. It's silly and it's dorky, but it scratches an itch of mine. Here's our first 4-bat encounter. I edited it entirely out because the only thing you need to know about 4-bat encounters is that they are 4 times as long as 2-bat encounters. Here's a ghost. Don't worry about him. He's done. And we continue on our journey up the level ladder. Sweet deal. Be sure to use Life Up, don't use Healing. Healing is for status, Life Up is for HP. Pseudo Zombie, not worth worrying about. And there's a lot of random encounters that are going to happen in this little stretch. And this game is kind of rough. I've kind of complained about the random encounter rate before in this game. But outside of the cemetery, it got a little rough sometimes, but it was always manageable. Here, it kind of gets disorienting. You can see I kind of go down, then go back up before, that wasn't that rough, I guess, but there's gonna be a pretty gross segment coming up. This ghost just gives up. He just runs away. I really appreciate that. It makes my life a lot easier, both on the gaming front and the editing front. 1-bat encounter, not even worth editing out. 1 hit, done hit. Let's drop down the mysterious hole and see what we find. Down the stairs, forward. It's another ghost. He's done. Through the doors. Several coffins. What could be in them? Probably nothing good. Out from the casket. It's a pseudo zombie. Nothing to really worry about. Each of these caskets has a pseudo zombie in it, so you get the picture kinda. Open them all, fight them all. Now, there are 3 steps from here to the next casket. 1 step, encounter. Zombie. He gets dealt with. Step number 2, encounter. Zombie. Walking from one casket to the other, I fought 2 battles. Now that's pretty ludicrous. I'm willing to give this game the benefit of the doubt, obviously. The genre is still in its formative years, still figuring it out, but okay. That's no zombie. That's the girl we're trying to rescue. It's Pippi. She's lost. I don't know why that's a yes or no question, but sure. And now we've got a temporary extra party member, the small girl named Pippi. That's fair. I'm going to leave this fight in to give you guys a sense of how combat with Pippi works. As you can see, she's only level 1, so right now, it doesn't work very good. Yeah, that's not much, Pippi. I mean, I can't blame her. She was trapped in a coffin, and she's also, like, a little girl, like, even younger than us, I think. I think we're meant to be, like, 8-ish, and she's, like, I want to say 5. I'm just guessing here. I actually have no way of knowing that for sure. Yeah, let's look at some of Pippi's stats. They're really nothing to write home about. Another pseudo zombie. But look at that, Pippi's already leveling up. Funny thing about Pippi, it doesn't take her very long to kind of catch up to us on the offensive front. Her stat gains are pretty severe. But we don't hold on to her for very long. We're going to be giving her up pretty quick. Yeah, one step between random encounters is a bit much, especially when you have these like minute-long 4-bat encounters that pretty much just serve as time sinks. It's pretty grating. I'm lucky that the RPGs as a genre generally kind of sorted out another step and another encounter. Sorted out the random encounter question. Pokemon gives you tall grass, so you know where you're going to find random encounters. Other games that have this kind of strict, like, there could be an encounter anywhere type system, are a little more generous than putting encounters a step apart. This game, not so much. So Pippi just died. So that means we have effectively failed at our only real objective here. It doesn't really, but because she didn't die, she just fainted. You see, she just fainted. We advanced to the next level, but it's not much comfort considering the dead child, the fainted child. Sorry. We learned a new psi power. What did we learn? Defense up. Great. That would have been great before Pippi had died. 4 more bats. Yeah, no thank you. Not in the mood, bats. Four more bats. Yeah, this game's got random encounter issues for days. But it also kind of, like, it's at the point now where I don't really, like... It's like, oh, an encounter? Okay, turn on auto fight. Not a big deal. It's more tedious than anything. That's all it is. It's just tedious. I stop in the church to see if she has anything to say about the ghost behind me. No real new dialogue there. So let's head up north, try to bring Pippi back to town, even though she's a ghost. 2 more bats. 2 more dead bats. Something very unexpected is about to happen. I don't even really know how to explain it because I've never encountered it before. I mean, I've only played through this game fully once, I guess, so it's understandable that I hadn't encountered it before, but even looking it up, I hadn't found this anywhere else. Now, pay attention to the text box. Oh no, sorry, this is not the battle I'm thinking of. In the next battle, pay attention to the text box of the battle. The text seems to extend outside of the box, and then the game crashes. Hardlock just crashes, just gives up. You know what that means. We're gonna reset and find out that we just lost all of our progress from before we visited the department store. As you can see, we're down from level 7 to level 5. That's pretty rough. See you next time, I guess.